Well, hello there, everyone. Today is a Monday. It's Monday, November 7th, year 2022. Hopefully, you're doing outstanding. This is Mazske Finance. Remember, please, thumbs up. Click the like button if you like it. And feel free to subscribe. I need more subscribers. And try to comment if you can. I love comments. I'll try to reply. And if you email me, remember, I'm very busy, so it takes me longer to reply to you. Anyway, I'm going to talk to you a bit about how do you live outside of your home country. And my assumption would be most of you watching this are Americans. I do know there's a gentleman living in the country of Panama who watches, so thank you for watching. Thank you all for watching. Okay, so if we just go on the assumption most of you are Americans, or live in the United States, don't have to be American, but say you live in the United States, and you're thinking about retiring overseas somewhere, where do you go? It's a big world, isn't it? And personally, I like one country in particular. I haven't been to all the countries of the world. I've never been over to Europe. Never been to the continent of Africa. Uh, I might try to go to Europe sometime here next year or so, but we'll see. All right, but anyway, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about living outside the U.S., perhaps in the country of Panama. Why do I say Panama? You could say, well, Maskey, you have connections there. You were stationed in that country. Yes, I was stationed there back from 1988 to 1990, about 2.5 years. I was there under Manuel Noriega. He was a dictator. 1989 at Christmas time, first Bush was the president. 82nd Airborne came down, Navy SEALs came down, there was an invasion. And they say something like 25 Americans got killed, 26 Americans, 29 Americans got killed. Some Navy SEALs got killed on an airfield, Patia airfield. It was like most Navy SEALs ever killed at one time, I believe, was in Panama. Snipers. And then, but some like numbers vary, but Panamanians got killed 5,000, maybe. Numbers vary. So anyway, that was 30 some years ago. All right. Since then, I've been back multiple times since then. I was just back a couple months ago. The country has changed quite a bit. I loved it back when I was stationed there. I was a single guy. I was about 20 years old and drove a motorcycle. And I loved the country. I explored it, especially Panama City, that area. I explored it back then. And going back every time, it started changing as the years went on. And then I was back in 2016. I was back in 2022. Just in those years in between 16 and 22, it's changed even more. And we're going back again in a couple months. All right. So we'll see what it's like then. It wouldn't have changed too much from just a couple months ago till 6 months later. It won't change too much. But anyway, one reason why I like this country is it's tropical, but yet there's so many different climate zones in the country. You are close to the equator, but yet it's a skinny country. You have Pacific Ocean, you have Atlantic Ocean, what are called bays or seas, but you have Pacific and Atlantic. You have the Panama Canal. It's not a gigantic country; it's small. It borders Costa Rica and Colombia. It's in between those two countries. It kind of turns sideways down there, like runs more east-west, not north-south. How it's twisted around. But it's very mountainous. It has beaches on both sides, but it's also mountainous on both sides. Anywhere you have beaches, like here in South Florida, you have islands with more beaches. They got islands with more beaches. Fishing is great down there. But you can go up towards Costa Rica, and you have a province called Chiriquí and a city called Boquete, and another city called David. Those areas are, shall we say, a tad bit Americanized. There's a lot more expats living there, a lot more Americans in general living there. I've never been there yet. I'll be there in February. My wife's been there. She grew up in that country. And she personally doesn't like it, and from what I know about it, it wouldn't be my number one spot. Most Americans like it because it's cooler. Most Americans are, shall we say, overweight. And they don't like it when it's hot. They sweat too much. It's humid. I'm skinnier now than I have been as an adult almost. But then I've lived in Panama, I've lived in Puerto Rico, I've lived in Maine, I've seen sub-zero temperatures, I've been in the Rocky Mountains and camped out when it was negative 20. In Colorado Springs, I don't know what it was in the Rocky Mountains when I camped out, I slept in a tent, and it was cold. I like warm weather better than cold weather. But anyway, if you're interested in Panama, they use the American dollar as their currency. If you want to go anywhere, you need to research it, the country. You can research Panama online. Um, but any other country you may want to go to, including Panama, you can always take tours in that country. A lot of tours, to my knowledge, are tours that are oriented towards selling you something. I'd suggest to be careful with tours like that because their goal is to sell you something. If you do want to go to Panama, I'm going on a tour. The company I'm going with is called Panama Relocation Tours. They got a website, they got a YouTube channel, Panama Relocation Tours. The tour is basically a week long. I'll fly into Panama City. They'll pick us up. We'll stay at a hotel there. Every day we're going somewhere different. It's organized. It's on a bus. All lodging, all meals are provided. It's educational. We get a guide that will tell us lawyers, doctors, all kinds of information about living there. If you do want to live there, all contacts. You will meet expats who are living there. You will go into houses in a variety of towns, like we'll be in Chiriquí, we'll be in Boquete, we'll be in David, we'll be in Volcan, we'll be in Santiago, we'll be in Las Tablas, we'll be in Chitre, we'll be in Coronado, San Carlos, Gorgona, Panama City, and a few other spots. Cedro Punto, I believe, is another spot. So we'll be around. We'll have a bus, and every night, I think, we're staying in a different spot, eating in different places, going into different houses, meeting a variety of expats, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I just hung up the phone a little bit ago. I was calling one of the contacts for the tours. It's the daughter of the lady who organized it all, and told her what if we were to move there, what we're looking for. If you've watched my channel, you've seen my house a little bit. You've seen my dock. You see that I am on a canal system here in Florida. I got a dock. You can see my, where's that? You can probably see it up there. I can't see where the camera's pointing. I got my fan up there. I hung, kind of messy, some LED lights the other day. It's a strip. It's like a chain. I need to get another strand to go all the way around and neaten it up a bit. I may hang them. I may take it down and hang it a different way. But anyway, I got a nice place here. If I can sell this, perhaps in the future, for the price that I want to get, because I do have a mortgage on this property, I can more or less double my money. And I paid $555,000 for it. Say I sell it for $1 million something. Maybe I can walk away with 400 grand, 450, 500 grand. I'm an investor. That's why you watch my channel, because you want to learn how to invest. I have real estate. I have oil drilling investments. I have mineral rights acreage. I have some crypto, and I have a few stocks. Okay, I can talk about anything in regards to investing. But with Panama, if I want to move there, it's not a third world country. It's a first world country. They do use the American dollar. Spanish is widely spoken. You can get by without knowing Spanish because a lot of old Americans go there when they're retired and they don't know Spanish, but they use Google Translate or something. I speak Spanish, puedo hablar en español. Sí. Mi nombre es Mazske. So anyway, I can speak a little bit of Spanish. I might mumble, but I mumble in English too, so that's okay. But the country is beautiful. People are friendly. When I was stationed there, you had the PDF, Panamanian Defense Forces. They were everywhere. They did not like Americans. There was painted on the street, Yankee go home. I had run-ins with the PDF back as a young guy, mainly because I had a few too many. And I was cocky when I had a few too many, I think. But I never got arrested. I never got in a physical fight. But I had some run-ins with them. But times are different now. Different with me, different with them. There are no PDF. They got taken apart. They have no military. They got police officers. I got a brother-in-law who's a police officer down there. Transito, motorcycle, runs radar. They are strict. You leave Panama City driving, they are strict. If it's speed limit 60 kilometers, 80 kilometers, 60, 80, better do it. Don't exceed it too much because you might get some tickets. And they can be costly, okay? And I'm not sure if you're not, and you better have your passport with you if you do that because you got to have a passport. It's a democratic country, but it's authoritarian in a way, but it's different than the United States. When they said it was a mask requirement, everybody wore a mask. You didn't have this, oh, I have a right to not wear a mask. It's my face. They were explained. It's a disease that can kill people. Panamanians died from it. You don't want to kill your grandmother. You don't want to kill your sibling, your brother, your sister, your classmates, your teachers. So they did not challenge it. When I was there back in June, every Panamanian out in public was wearing a mask. I compare it to the United States. Half the population says, I don't have to do that. It's my right. I don't have to do that. Yeah, it is your right, but it's not your right to make me sick. Is it? It's not your right to smoke in my yard while I got to breathe your smoke, right? We each have our rights. So when I was a kid growing up, it was mandatory vaccinations. Go to school. You had to be vaccinated. Now all of a sudden people are like, oh, you can't do that. That vaccination causes this disease. It does that. I've gotten every vaccine out there. I've gotten more than the average person got. I used to be in the military. I've been shot up, shot everything, different things. I get the flu shot every year. I've gotten all the COVID shots. I'm still walking and talking. I think. I might be dying. So I'm still going. So it's a bunch of BS, these people that complain about it all the time, in my humble opinion. So anyway, sorry if I'm digressing. So with Panama though, check out Panama Relocation Tours. It's cheaper than the States, but prices are going up. They've been going up. They were going up in 1999 when I was there. They're still going up, but it's still cheaper than here. Also, if you have retirement income, Social Security, a pension, if you're a cop and you get a pension, if you're of age and you get Social Security of at least, I think it's $1,500 a month, you can get the Pensionado visa. If you want to move there, you can get the Pensionado visa. It's like a pension visa. Panamanians can get it also, I think, if they got guaranteed income. They don't count investments. That doesn't count. It has to be guaranteed income, pension, Social Security, that sort of thing. And then that visa gives you, number one, you get a visa to live in the country legally. Number two, it gives you discounts on airplane tickets, travel, buses, trains. It'll give you discounts in restaurants, sporting events, a whole list of things, But with that being said, keep this in mind. If you were to go there and you're an American, you have an investor, and you have guaranteed income, you're a retired cop, you got a pension, you got Social Security, and you got investments, you have more money than the average Panamanian. Don't go in the local fonda, the little mom and pop diner type place where lunch will cost you $4 or $5, and don't ask them for the discount. They will give it to you because by law they have to. They will give you that, whatever that discount is, they'll give it to you. But it's only costing you $4 or $5. Don't ask for the discount. If you go to the doctor's office for a doctor's visit, it might cost you $2, $4, $6, $8. Don't ask for a discount. Use your judgment. If you're buying an airplane ticket from United, sure, ask for a discount. They're a big company, but don't do it for the mom and pop places because it's like us mom and pops here in the States. We need our dollars. All right. So, what do you think? I can see myself living there. I was going to get to this a long time ago. I got to wrap this video. I'm just going to take an hour to upload. I got a nice house here on the water with a tiki hut. If I live in Panama, if I buy a house, I might go there first and rent. But if I do buy, I want a nice house on the water or looking at the water, maybe higher than the water, because the water will probably be the ocean. And I want to be a view of the ocean. I want a swimming pool. I want a tiki hut, but the tiki hut it'll be on land. It's not going to be sticking over the water. You're not going to stick it over the ocean. And maybe I want a casita, like a little guest house. All right, so I like to have a nice big house. I like to have the casita, because if you're my friend, you're welcome to stay there. If you're not my friend, maybe I'll rent it to you. An Airbnb type thing. Maybe, if you want to visit. I'd like to have a nice pool. I think I could have a pool bigger than my pool here. They don't have pool cages in Panama though. So, and then I'd have the ocean. I could get a seagoing kayak. My kayak now, I think I could take it out of the ocean, but I get it more one that's designed for the ocean. But also my dream is to get a boat. If I'm going to get a boat here, I can get a boat there. So I got mountains there. I'm getting too old to go hiking in the mountains, but there are mountains there. I could ride up mountains. There's a variety of beaches, depends on where I live at. Could you imagine if I had a big house with a pool, I had an ocean view, and I could walk down to a beach, to the water, 7 days a week. Instead of walking down this dock, maybe I walk a little farther and I gotta go down because you want to be higher than the ocean in case there's that storm surge. But they don't have hurricanes in Panama. They don't, as of yet. You never say never, but they don't have hurricanes. They do have earthquakes, but you don't have, and you do have volcanoes there, but you don't have hurricanes. So, and I've been through a Category 5 hurricane here. So, anyway, this is way too long. So let me know. If I move to Panama, you want to visit me down there? However, if my boys get stationed here in Florida, I might put brakes on that plan for just a little bit. I want to spend some time with them here, but in South Florida to go to Panama, 3-hour flight I think it was. I'm used to flying like 6 or 8 hours, changing planes and stuff. Go to Miami, that's a little dry for me, but you go to Miami, it's 2.5 to 3 hours. Much better. And I flew down first class and back first class last time on Copa Airlines. It's nice. We stayed in the Hilton Resort on Avenida Balboa, overlooking the water. I made a video there. I said, is this Dubai? And I loved it. I got treated better in that hotel than I've been treated in any resort in the United States ever. Any place. It's just how it is. They treated. I liked it. I enjoyed it. Not that I'm spoiled, but I liked it. So, but if I get my castle down there and I get mi casita, and I know you, and if you know me, you probably won't watch all the way to the end, but if I know you, if you come visit me, if my finances are good, I will treat you like royalty. That's what I'll do to any guest there. If I have an Airbnb and you come and pay to stay in my Airbnb, I will treat you like royalty the best I can, as long as my health allows. I'm getting older. So y'all take care, stay safe, keep loving life. Let me know if you think you want to do something like I'm doing, and it doesn't have to be in Panama. Coach Carson is currently living in Spain. Coach Carson spent 17 months living in Ecuador. He's now living in Spain for like, I think 2 years. He just got there a month or two ago. So there's others out there that do this kind of thing. Do you want to be one of us? Do you want to do the same? Keep investing. Get started investing. Do I need to make a video of how you get started? I've talked about it a lot on my channel. I can keep talking about it. I'll keep sharing stories with you. I'll keep sharing adventures with you. If nothing else, live vicariously through me the best you can. All right, stay safe. Maskies, signing out.